Have you ever walked into your home and felt like the walls were closing in? Not from noise or chaos, but simply from too much stuff. As we move through life, it's natural to gather things. Worn-out furniture, clothes we no longer wear, piles of old papers, unused kitchen gadgets, sentimental keepsakes. Slowly, without even noticing, our homes become crowded and our hearts feel heavier. Before you turn 70, or even if you're already there, there's a powerful gift you can give yourself: decluttering. Today, we'll explore 6 specific household items you must clear out to create a simpler, lighter, and happier life. Each small change opens the door to more freedom, peace, and mental clarity, the very things we seek as we age gracefully. Whether it's outdated belongings or sentimental clutter that weighs you down, now is the perfect time to reclaim your space. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know what to declutter, but you'll also feel motivated to begin your own transformation. If you find this message helpful, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue sharing senior wisdom and practical tips to simplify life after 60. Number 1. Worn out and unused furniture. Let's begin with something most of us don't even notice anymore: old, worn-out furniture. Over time, pieces that once made our homes cozy and beautiful quietly lose their place in our daily lives. A chair with a wobbly leg, a heavy dresser that sticks every time you open a drawer, or an oversized dining table that hasn't hosted a family gathering. In years, they stop serving us and start standing in our way. Before you know it, these unused items pile up, filling valuable space and making our homes feel smaller and harder to move through. As we age, cluttered spaces do more than inconvenience us. They increase the risk of tripping, bumping into things, and feeling overwhelmed by our surroundings. The truth is, furniture that no longer serves a purpose quietly drains our energy every single day. It steals the ease from our movements and robs our homes of the simple joy they once offered. I remember visiting a dear family friend, Mr. Allen, who had lived in the same charming house for over 40 years. Over time, his home had become a museum of memories, every chair, every cabinet telling a story. But as the years passed, those pieces started turning from treasures into obstacles. Moving from the living room to the kitchen became a careful dance around coffee tables, side chairs, and bookcases nobody used anymore. It wasn't until Mr. Allen's grandson tripped over a forgotten ottoman that he realized something had to change. With a heart full of memories and a mind open to new beginnings, he made a brave choice. He started small, choosing just one room, removing pieces that no longer supported the life he lived today. The broken chairs went first, followed by the unused cabinets and the giant coffee table that made cleaning a burden. And something magical happened. His home opened up. It breathed again. It became a place of comfort, not caution. He could clean faster, move more easily, and most importantly, he felt lighter, freer, and more in tune with the peaceful life he wanted to embrace. Today, ask yourself a gentle but honest question. When was the last time you actually used that chair, that table, that dresser tucked into the corner? If you can't remember, it may be time to let it go. Start small. One room, one piece. Every item you release is a gift you give yourself. A gift of clarity, freedom, and renewed space to truly enjoy the home you love. If you're still with me, comment number 1 below and share what piece of furniture you might be ready to release. I'd love to hear your experience. Number 2. Clothes you never wear. Now let's talk about something deeply personal yet surprisingly common. Clothes you never wear. It happens to all of us. Over time, we gather suits we no longer fit into, dresses bought for special occasions that came and went, and shirts we once loved but now leave untouched. Slowly, these pieces crowd our closets and drawers, creating a wardrobe that no longer reflects who we are today. Holding on to outdated, ill-fitting, or uncomfortable clothes does more than just take up precious space. It creates a daily burden. Every morning when you open your closet, you're faced with too many choices, most of which are no longer practical. This leads to stress, frustration, and wasted energy, all before your day even begins. Instead of feeling light and confident, you start your day with decision fatigue, burdened by a wardrobe stuck in the past. I once knew a woman named Clara, a vibrant 71-year-old who loved bright colors and simple living. But her closet told a different story, packed tight with clothes from her working years, formal suits she hadn't worn in decades, and dresses that no longer fit her new, slower-paced life. She confessed that every morning was a battle. She stood in front of her closet, overwhelmed and frustrated, pulling out outfits that didn't feel right anymore. It wasn't until a good friend visited and gently asked, "When was the last time you felt excited to get dressed?" that Clara realized it was time for a change. She decided to approach her closet with kindness. One by one, she let go of anything that didn't fit her body, her style, or her life today. The transformation was remarkable. Her mornings became simpler, lighter, and full of ease. Dressing became joyful again, not stressful, and the physical act of letting go mirrored an emotional release, a gentle acceptance of who she had become and who she was still growing into. If you open your closet today, what will you see? A sea of clothes from the past, or a reflection of who you are now? Maybe it's time to be kind to yourself and simplify. Choose clothes that celebrate your life today. If a piece no longer serves you, let it go with gratitude. Begin with just one drawer, one hanger, one decision at a time. And if you feel inspired, comment number 2 below and share one item you're ready to release. I would love to hear how it feels to reclaim your closet and a little more peace for yourself. Number 3. Expired medications and old toiletries. Now let's turn to something often hidden behind cabinet doors: expired medications and old toiletries. It's easy to overlook these items because they're small, tucked away, and seem harmless, but over time, they quietly accumulate, taking up valuable space in your bathroom and creating hidden risks you might not even realize. Old bottles of pain relievers, half-used prescription creams, ancient tubes of sunscreen. They sit there gathering dust, but they're no longer helping you. In fact, they could be hurting you. Expired medications lose their effectiveness and, in some cases, can become harmful. Using outdated skincare products can lead to irritation, rashes, and even infections. Holding on to these old items doesn't protect your health, it undermines it. Every outdated product in your home represents a missed opportunity to create a safer, simpler daily routine, one where everything you reach for is reliable and fresh. I think of my neighbor, Margaret, a lively 76-year-old who prided herself on keeping a neat home. But one day, while searching for a bandage in her bathroom cabinet, she realized it was overflowing with old medicines she hadn't touched in years. There were prescriptions for conditions she no longer had, creams that had long since expired, and vitamins she couldn't even remember buying. At first, she hesitated. What if she needed them someday? But then she paused and asked herself a simple question. Wouldn't it be better to have what she actually needs today instead of holding on to things from yesterday? With that new mindset, Margaret tackled her cabinet with purpose. She safely disposed of expired medications, cleared out old toiletries, and organized what remained. The result was incredible. Not only was her bathroom cleaner and easier to navigate, but she also felt a deep sense of relief. Her daily routine became simpler, faster, and safer. There was no more guessing, no more worry, only confidence and peace of mind. So today, take a quiet moment and open your bathroom cabinet. Look at each item. Has it expired? Is it something you still need? If not, trust yourself to let it go. You deserve a home filled with tools that serve your health and happiness today, not yesterday. Begin with one shelf, one drawer, one decision at a time. And if you're inspired to take this small but powerful step, comment number 3 below and share one item you cleared out. Your story might just inspire someone else to do the same. Number 4. Old papers, documents, and unused mail. Now let's turn our attention to something deceptively small but surprisingly powerful: old papers, forgotten documents, and stacks of unopened mail. Over the years, it's natural to keep receipts, bills, insurance forms, instruction manuals, and personal letters, thinking they might be needed one day. But most of the time that day never comes. Instead, the paper piles grow, taking up valuable space on countertops, in drawers, and filing cabinets. While it may seem harmless, living among too much paperwork creates mental clutter, leading to feelings of overwhelm, procrastination, and unnecessary stress. Searching through mountains of old documents just to find one important piece can turn a simple task into a frustrating ordeal. The physical space paper clutter occupies is one thing, but the invisible burden it places on your mind is far greater. A cluttered home office or a chaotic kitchen counter quietly whispers that you are behind, that you have unfinished business, even when you don't. Take Eleanor, for example, a retired school teacher who always prided herself on being organized. But as time passed, she found herself surrounded by boxes of tax returns from the 1980s, outdated appliance manuals, and stacks of expired warranties. She didn't even realize how much it weighed on her until one afternoon she needed an updated insurance policy and spent over an hour digging through piles of old papers. That was her wake-up call. Eleanor decided it was time to take control. She sorted her documents carefully, keeping only what was truly essential: legal paperwork, active insurance policies, and recent medical records. Everything else, she either shredded or recycled. When the work was done, her filing cabinet was half empty, her desk was clear, and for the first time in years, her mind felt lighter. There was a noticeable shift not only in her home, but also in her daily mood. She moved through her days with less anxiety and more clarity, enjoying a renewed sense of freedom. Today, take a deep breath and look around. Are there piles of papers waiting for your attention? Are you holding on to documents you haven't looked at in years? Maybe it's time to trust yourself to let them go. Start small. One folder, one drawer, one old stack at a time. Freeing your space from paper clutter is not just about organizing your home. It's about lifting a quiet but heavy burden off your mind. If this resonates with you, comment number 4 below and share one type of paper you're ready to release. Your story could inspire someone else to finally clear the path to a simpler, happier life. Number 5. Kitchen items you never use. Now let's move into the heart of the home, the kitchen, a space meant for nourishment, comfort, and connection. Yet over time, kitchens often become cluttered with gadgets, tools, and cookware that once seemed useful, but now sit untouched. Maybe it's the fancy blender gathering dust, the second toaster you forgot you even owned, or the countless plastic lids that no longer have matching containers. These unused items slowly crowd our cabinets and countertops, taking up precious space and making daily cooking feel like a burden instead of a joy. A cluttered kitchen doesn't just make meals harder to prepare, it creates hidden stress, frustration, and a subtle sense of defeat. It robs you of the ease and flow that a simple, organized kitchen can bring, especially as we move into a stage of life when we deserve more simplicity, not less. Think of Harold, a retired firefighter who loved making homemade meals. Over the years, he had collected every kind of kitchen gadget, from 3 different slow cookers to an ice cream maker he used only once. His cabinets were overflowing, and every time he cooked, he found himself rummaging through drawers, feeling frustrated and overwhelmed. It wasn't until Harold knocked over a precarious stack of baking trays trying to find a simple skillet that he realized how much the clutter had taken the joy out of cooking. He decided enough was enough. One afternoon, he took every item out of his kitchen, asking himself one question for each. Have I used this in the past year? If the answer was no, it went into a donation box. What remained were only the essentials, the tools he loved and used regularly. The transformation was powerful. Cooking became easy again. Cleaning took half the time. Harold found himself smiling more in the kitchen, and mealtimes felt lighter, freer, and filled with satisfaction. So today, I invite you to open your cabinets and drawers with fresh eyes. Are you holding on to kitchen items that are just taking up space? Is there clutter standing between you and the peaceful, joyful kitchen you deserve? Start with one drawer, one shelf, one small decision at a time. Let go of what you don't use and keep only what truly serves you today. If this resonates with you, comment number 5 below and share one kitchen item you're ready to release. Your story might just encourage someone else to rediscover the simple pleasure of cooking in a kitchen that feels like home. Number 6. Sentimental items that no longer serve you. Finally, let's talk about one of the most tender areas of decluttering. Sentimental items that no longer serve you. It's perfectly natural to hold on to keepsakes from important moments in our lives. Letters from loved ones, souvenirs from travels, childhood drawings from grandchildren. These items carry memories and emotions, and they remind us of people we love and times we treasure. But as the years pass, those collections can grow into mountains. Suddenly, entire closets, attics, and drawers are filled with objects we haven't touched or looked at in years. While it feels comforting to keep them, too many sentimental items can quietly weigh down the present. They take up space not only in your home, but also in your heart, making it harder to live fully and freely today. The truth is, when everything is kept, nothing feels special anymore, and the clutter of the past can block the joy of the present. There's a story about June, an 80-year-old woman who had moved into a smaller, more manageable home. In her old house, she had kept dozens of boxes packed with photo albums, greeting cards, trinkets from vacations, and gifts she never used but felt guilty letting go. At first, June tried to bring everything with her, but it quickly became overwhelming. Her new space felt cramped, not cozy. One afternoon, sitting among unopened boxes, June realized that she was living more with memories than with life itself. She decided to honor her past differently. She chose a handful of truly meaningful items, a wedding album, a few precious letters, a small vase from her favorite trip, and let go of the rest. She even took photographs of items she loved, but didn't need to keep physically. As she released the excess, June found her home becoming lighter, more breathable and more hers. Most importantly, she realized that her memories weren't disappearing. They lived within her, stronger and clearer, without the clutter. Now, take a moment and look around. Are you keeping objects because they bring you real joy, or simply because you feel you must? Can you honor your memories without letting them overwhelm your home? Start by choosing just one item today, one thing you can let go of with love and gratitude. This small step can open the door to greater peace, clarity, and emotional freedom. If you feel ready, comment number 6 below and share one sentimental item you're choosing to release. Your courage might just inspire others to embrace a lighter, freer life too. Conclusion. As we wrap up today's journey, remember that decluttering before you turn 70 is not about losing your past. It's about honoring your future. Every worn-out chair you let go of, every piece of clothing you no longer wear, every expired bottle you clear from your cabinets opens space not just in your home, but in your heart. A simpler, lighter life is not just easier to manage. It's richer, deeper, and filled with more joy. It gives you room to breathe, to move freely, and to truly savor the moments that matter most. Decluttering is a gift you give yourself. It's the decision to step into a life where every item around you serves a real purpose and brings real happiness. It's a path toward emotional freedom, mental clarity, and a peaceful home you love coming back to every single day. Which of the 6 areas we talked about today feels most urgent for you? I would love to hear your story. Please share your experience in the comments below. Your journey might inspire someone else to take that first step too. Let's build a community of support, encouragement, and shared wisdom as we simplify, declutter, and create homes that truly reflect the beautiful lives we are living.